Hey there viewers, my name's Torinski and welcome back to another DCSS Sunday. Today we're of course jumping right back into the usual routine, trying to get a win with every species in the game. Where we last left off, we'd had an unfortunate end to good old Antares, and then a few slightly less than stellar runs to start out after that. But we're hoping that today we can get right back on our feet with Meteoran and maybe, just maybe, find ourselves trending towards another chance at victory. But who knows what the dungeon has in store, so without further ado, let's get ready to hop right into it, shall we? Well, here, we tried. Start off with another star named Castor, and let's give it a go, shall we? Give it a good old college try. I think we'll try out or attempt another spellcaster here to start off our evening. I do really want a good Oka run to happen at some point, but let's start with Earth Elementalist, see where that takes us, see how we're feeling, and give it a shot. Hey Brain, you still haven't played a Meteoran? They're definitely very interesting. They're very, very different from how I'd normally play the game, so it's been a bit of a learning curve to say the least, but I still very much appreciate the idea of them. I mean, I like any species where you have to very much change your playstyle, changes the way that you enjoy the game, but definitely is a little bit rough on my end. I'm slowly getting better though, at least having some semblance of a notion as to how many turns I need to hold on to, how much I need to push through floors versus when I can maybe take my foot off the gas a little bit. But I'm sure there's a lot more to learn here, and without further ado, let's just get started and get ready to head in for another attempt here, shall we? So we'll do the usual routine to start off, get all of our skills set up, auto pickup as well while we are at it. And last but not least, we'll do a quick morgue dump here so we can run over here, grab the seed, and replace the old one on screen here, just in case any of you lovely individuals want to try to play along at home, see how you fare in the dungeon. And with that all out of the way, I guess there's nothing to do but get to it here, so let us begin our new journey. Very exciting start already, but fortunately Earth Elementalist pretty dang solid when it comes to taking care of your average run-of-the-mill enemies on floor 1. I do have to remember now that the Sandblast takes a little bit longer to cast than it used to. That definitely got us into trouble last time around, specifically when fighting adders and having multiple poison attacks come in on one turn. But that aside, we should have a very strong start for us, and finally finding our first stairwell down. We'll sprint through the first few floors of the dungeon, of course, try and get a little bit of extra time to maybe scout out the Economical Temple. And I guess we might as well dip our toes down here as well, see how things are looking. Probably skip most of floor 2. It's a little bit risky, but let's give it a shot. We will explore a little bit of floor 3 just to make sure that we're not getting too out of depth. We have a few extra turns here to play around with at the very least, so let's try to use that to our advantage as much as we possibly can. Worm is a very good enemy to come across early on here. Ooh, and an anti-magic trident, so unfortunately not gonna work out great for us. I was excited to see a magical trident this early on, but hey, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to find all sorts of other goodness to experiment with. So not too bad at the end of the day here. We've already picked up scale mail. Let's pick up some leather armor as something that we can definitely switch to if we want to get slightly more defensively minded without losing access to all of our spells. And that should work out pretty much perfectly. Even Terrence, I think, should be okay. Oh, except if you might. Probably should have started running. You must have drank a potion, right? I don't believe you start with that naturally. Oof. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Maybe I can get teleport? Nope. Enchant weapon, let's read this. Scroll of noise, Terrence misses us. I'm guessing this is ID, and I guess at the end of the day here, I don't think it would be enough to get teleported at this stage, so there's an early end. Let's just immediately jump back in with a repeat of that, see if we can't get a little more progress this time around. Oh me, oh my. Not the greatest start to the day, but that's what we really needed. You know, a bit of a warm-up. Something to get the brain juices flowing here, so hopefully that's about as bad as it gets. And this run, this is the one, so let's definitely grab that seed. Make sure I'm picking the right castor here. Fantastic. And throw that bad boy in as well, because once again, this dungeon is going to be just perfect, just ideal. Nothing can possibly go wrong. It's going to be lovely, folks. So with that in mind, let's just start our journey here. Lots of throwables, so it's almost a shame that this wasn't the Oka run that was promised. I mean, I guess it's never too late. We could always just transition from this Earth Elementalist start into something a little more sword and board-esque, but who's to say? And there we go. We immediately find an adder. Not great. Definitely not grand. We can hope that we kill you in one hit. I think 2d9, it is possible. 70% chance to hit. Hey, perfect. Never a doubt in my mind, of course. And with that good fortune, let's try and transition this into something wonderful moving forward. Back on D3 here. Should be able to kill jackals quickly enough, so didn't have to worry too much about a retreat there. And this time around, we're much more fortunate in our nice little cubby hole, our lovely hallway here. Ooh. And an early spellbook. Don't mind if I do. Let's take a look. We got Scorch, Flame Wave, and Summon Cactus Giant. Definitely an eclectic mix there. We could end up going with some fire magic, though. I'm always a fan of that. Maybe we'll even get Ignition up and running at some point during the course of this run. But for the time being, let's learn Pass Wall just so we can potentially use that for some fun defensive capabilities here. It's one of those spells that I don't have enough personal experience in to have a great idea as to when always to use it. Specifically, I didn't even realize that there was a limit to how many walls you could go through. Learned that one the hard way last time. Not that there was really much option regardless. But let's try it on for size again today, shall we? Hey, Colgate, you got your 9th win. Well, congrats again. You're definitely ringing up those numbers at a decent pace here. I wish we could say the same on our end, but we're working on it. We're getting there slowly. But okie dokie, we'll definitely pick up this lovely pair of mitts here. Nice bit of addition to our AC. It's still looking a little bit rough, but that's, you know, to be expected with this style of character. Not exactly outside the norm. I do love seeing a +3 flail right away, so let's just swap over to that bad boy. And we already have some downstairs here on D4. I probably should do a bit of extra legwork to make sure the temple isn't here, but we'll very much not want to overstay our welcome, especially with all of our Null friends coming this way. Hello there. At least none of you have enchanted gear this time around, so we can take solace in that fact at the very least. Let's run to the stairs, and then we can potentially just escape if things go poorly. Fortunately, they don't. Fantastic. Love to see it. This will be a nice little quick heal if we pop upstairs. Fantastic. And just keep it moving forward here. Already leagues above and beyond our first attempt for this evening, so I'll take it. And fantastic. That might be enough of this floor explored for us to just head on down here. And let's hope that we do find the Economical Temple on this floor. Could be nice. Ooh, don't love the black bear. Maybe we pass wall through here just to make a quick little getaway, a quick escape. And hey, there we go. It all works out as we immediately find our temple. Oh, with Pickle on our tail as well. Oof. Well, that leaves us in a slightly tougher spot here. But your 9th one was a Gargoyle Earth Elementalist, or Electrocution Brand. Always nice for sure. Lightly Enchanted War Axe. Train defenses, see which direction the dungeon takes you. Found a Broad Axe and did not find any spells. Decided to go for melee. Oh, very cool. It's nice when those early game transitions work out, right? When you call it as you see it and you manage to cascade that into victory, always fantastic. We found a Hep altar early and went for it. Chose Battle Mage Ancestor. Nice. I need to play more Hep. I do really enjoy the playstyle for sure. Usually I end up going with the Warrior Ancestor just to get a bit of a tank, seeing as how I'm oftentimes playing casters, but Battle Mage, now that you can shoot through them, and can they shoot through you as well? I'm not sure if it goes both ways. Regardless, for our run here, we will be taking Bahamut again. A little bit of a boring option, but we need all the advantage we can get here. And I'll definitely just try to loop around the edge here. How much damage before it's too much? You know, besides the fact that we're probably already kind of there. Let's read something. Oh no. Oh, my Lemur friends. Also us. I don't know why I'm just feeling sorry for you. This is not gonna go very well on my end either, if I had to guess. I'm guessing that is too thick of a wall. Maybe not? Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I wonder if I can do 2. I feel like not quite. If we pop in here, is it the higher spell power, the more we can do? Not too sure here. But hey, I guess let's just keep reading scrolls and see what we get. Another enchant weapon early on. How about that? Range does scale with power? Okay, good to know. Jeez Louise. There's quite lots off. You try to keep up while your ancestor murdered everything. Nice. We have 1 potion. I guess we might as well read this, even if it's ID. That's not the end of the world. We can see what this potion is. Ooh. Can I afford stepping into the poison once? The issue is that right now none of our enemies are stepping into the clouds, and that's not gonna work out great for us. So maybe we'll do 1 more read and see what we get. It is teleportation. Up to 10 damage on you. Well, we might just have to risk it and see where this one takes us. Fantastic, we do get the teleport. And then we can now just sprint for our very lives. Hopefully find another downstairs as soon as we possibly can. Do I just risk the 85% chance? Oof. It's definitely not pulling its punches today, DCSS. I guess if we want to ensure our survival, let's just chug Lig. Glad we did, because we did not, in fact, get the immediate gratification of a kill. But okie dokie, we'll just keep moving forward here. Let's definitely learn some Stone Arrow, and while we still have 6 levels yet, I guess we could learn Petrify. Get a bit of crowd control activity in here. Get only 20 strength at the end, which is pretty low for next character. We found Arga though. Ooh. Any run with Arga is a good run for sure, especially if you already are in that direction in terms of training axes. Fantastic. Definitely love to hear it, but let's train a little bit of conjurations on the other end here. Try and get Stone Arrow castable as quickly as we possibly can. And not too shabby. We'll keep IDing stuff as we come across it here. And okie dokie. All of my new friends could just step right up, come one, come all. 19 damage on you. Let's just get the heck out of dodge real quick. Do some fast exploring here just to heal up as much as we possibly can. Found in D13, which is pretty early, you think? That is. Yes, Arca still widely considered the best weapon in the game. I know it used to be. Not much better than something with that high base damage, and speed brand is just fantastic across the board in all situations. Plus a few resistances as well, right? I'm trying to remember, does Arca give willpower? It's been a long time since I was fortunate enough to have it bestowed upon me in a run. Especially, I think the last couple times I've found it have been late into like a transmutation unarmed character. So didn't exactly get the chance to do it. And yes, it does, yeah, just beautiful. A fantastic weapon for sure across the board. You could just step right up to me, my horsey friend, my equine pal. Fantastic. Stone arrows now fully castable here, at least good enough for me. Ooh. And a staff of earth to boot. Let's try that out here real quick. Down into Vesa, hey? We have no more teleport, which is how I oftentimes like to deal with Duvessa after they go rage mode. Petrify, not quite up and running, but a 61% chance to affect you. You know what, let's try that one more time. And one more time. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. So now that you're falling asleep, I guess we might as well just run the other direction. Let's not worry too much about fighting those two at the moment here. And instead, we will just keep it moving forward. And, you know, I was going to say come back to them, but we probably won't. I kind of forgot what type of character we were playing here today. As we hear the creaking of a portcullis nearby, do I see any indication? I guess it could be this fancy structure here. Maybe, just maybe. We will give it a quick peek. Ooh, a +5 longsword on you. Jeez Louise, buddy. Well, in that case, let's bring out the heavy hitters right away. Fantastic. I will actually pick that up while we're at it. Vault 5 is a more scary place than you gave it credit to. Vault 5 is absolutely terrifying on the majority of characters, for sure. Now we're back to distance, so it must have been over here somewhere, eh? How much do we risk? At least we have cold protection against the imps here. I'm less excited about seeing the orc warrior. I'm not sure how well that encounter will go for us, right? Especially when I forget how the speed works on Sandblast. Whoopsie daisies. Well, let's try and survive one more hit. Then we can pass through the wall this way, just get a tiny bit of extra space under our belt. Oh, geez Louise. Hoping we can just keep healing enough to make it through this in one piece. I don't like that you can see me again, my friend. What's your range? Oh, perfect. I'm still in range. Oh, and we'll just get the heck out of dodge. No Bailey for us, but that is fine by me. Better to survive for the moment here. And with that, we'll just keep it moving and not worry too much about anything. It's weird having this many ID scrolls. Let's try 45% chance. Come on. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. And then with 5 MP, I think we just have to blast a few times with our sand. See how well that does for us. Not fantastic, as much as it pains me to admit it. So what do we wish to do here? That was your order. You watched too much of my Meteoran gameplay and accidentally avoided backtracking maybe a bit too much. Well, hey, as long as it all worked out in the end, then it's not too big of a deal one way or another. Do I dare go down here? I feel like we might just keep going from bad to worse here, out of the frying pan into the fire, seeing how we've skipped a lot of floors so far. Banked a lot of turns, which is nice, I guess. Apologies, I'll be muting a bit tonight for my last few residual coughs because I was unfortunately quite sick this week and just on the up and up as of the last couple days. And actually, on that note, we were originally planning to have a bit of an extra long stream today, but I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with that, seeing as how I'm unfortunately not working at my peak here. But we'll see how long we can go today, and then maybe we'll sneak in a bit of an extra bonus stream tomorrow to try and get some progress done here before I head up to Northern Canada to visit my family for the holidays. And we'll see what we can do in the meantime. Let's head down here so I don't have to deal with this electric eel, shall we? Fantastic. And then a bunch of just baby orcs, that's what we like to see. That's a bit more my speed. Just fantastic. And let's keep going. A few extra summoning spells. I guess that's an option for a transition, but I don't know if that's the direction I would like to go today. And you, my friend, are going to be a problem, at least this time around. We have quite a bit more MP at our disposal, so let's just launch off stone arrows to our heart's content. Ooh, you are so close to dead, my friend. But let's wait for our magic to replenish and then take a shot here. Fantastic, love to see it. Get more intelligence while we're at it as well. And that brings us up to being very castable across the board. We had to use some consumables in Vaults 5. This time you only had 12, I cannot read it all. Had to use some consumables there, so this time you only had 17 blink scrolls after the run left. I do not understand the numbers that you managed to bring in terms of blink scrolls. I feel like I pretty much never get 17 over the course of the game, even if I didn't use a single one. But Castor the Caster, yeah, we do our best here to stay on brand. It's nice if we can both be a star name and a bit of a rhyming scheme there. But fantastic. We are gonna, I think, explore all of D9 here, seeing as how we are a decent amount ahead of ourselves. Oh gosh, El Roca. That's not great. 34% chance of banishment. Oh, and you blinked right next to me. That's fun. 9% chance for me to paralyze you. We have ID'd our teleportation scroll, and we have none of that remaining here. I guess we could ID some of these, and fear will do the trick. So if you could, yeah, run away from me while invisible, fantastic. I will take that. Ooh, and you had a wand of digging, so you're doing some work, but let's just get the heck out of dodge here. And definitely run to the hallway to give us, or give ourselves slightly more safety here. And that should be fantastic. I believe you're still alive, and indeed you are. What was that? A +2 hand axe electrocution? It's not too shabby, but I'm pretty happy with the Staff of Earth for the time being here. Oh, am I going to get out of range of that alarm trap? I don't believe I am. This is not a great situation here, no matter how you slice and dice it. I guess what I could do... Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected. Fortunately, I have a lot of healing potions at my disposal, so there's that at least. But I am slowed, I am marked here, so it's pretty much the worst of all situations. Cancellation works against alarm trap? It does, but unfortunately, we do not have that at our disposal one way or another here. So what do I wish to do? Maybe petrify you, my friend. Oh gosh, did not take. Ooh, I could actually. Dang it, you were supposed to be my shield here. But we'll still just pop through this wall real quick. Grab that. Oh my gosh. Trying to venom at the worst possible moment. And the shadow coming from the other side. It is not our day here on Castor. Everything went downhill so quickly. So what can I do? I could try and pass wall. Very unlikely that it works. Most likely I just die in the process. But it's worth a shot. And fantastic. Definitely, as we expected, as things started to snowball out of control there. Not exactly ideal, but hey, we do our best here. And so let's just immediately hop back in once more from the top, once more with feeling, and give it another go. I don't know if we'll go with Earth Elementalist again. Maybe we'll change it up. I do kind of like going between kind of warrior starts and spellcasting starts and flip-flopping between the two until something gives. So let's try it out. Let's try another last-ditch effort at an Oka run here. The Delver. I mean, we can try it out. It's probably not going to go well for us, but we could give it a shot. Sure, let's do it. We'll give at least one good old try at it here. And we'll go with Pollux for our star name. Wow. Even for a Delver, that's a bad start if I ever saw one. Oh geez. Well, let's get some training sorted right away here. At least we're on a stairwell, right? So we can just get the heck out of Dodge. For a second I forgot what the whole point of Delver was, and I was so confused to see these on D1? What? But, right, that's just how the start works. Have to keep that in mind. Definitely want all the throwing implements. And even though this is looking like it's going to be a rough start, we'll still drop our mark, drop our seed, just in case any of you lovely folks want to try along at home. I don't know how it works for Delver seeds. I don't know if they are guaranteed to have the exact same start. If you happen to try it out, give me a shout. Let me know how it goes. But okay, I think we're just going to immediately go down. That's not really better. Welp. Fear. Ooh, I did have to wait for you to come around the corner. You know, I thought about it as I made my decision. Oh gosh, this is not looking good. Immediately, they're coming right back at me here. And I do not have the space required here to do anything too sneaky or incredible. Let's just head down and die. Fantastic. Who's upstairs asleep? Not anymore? No. It's not looking good because you're here? No worries. No, we just started a Delver, and so that was actually our very first few turns. If you look, yeah, we have 15 hots total, or 15 turns. A rough start, to say the least, so we can give Delver one more try. Maybe we won't get quite as unfortunately taken in here, and it does look like a better start, not immediately seeing red monsters every which way, so that's fantastic. Always wonderful. But we will do the quick routine of grabbing all these sons of guns, getting set up, grabbing the seed once more here, since this one actually looks doable, at the very least, so that's nice. But we'll pop in here and post that for any of you lovely folk playing along at home. And okie dokie, with that out of the way, let us start our exploration here, shall we? Oops, let's put on the gloves. There we go, that's what I was trying to do here. And we will be looking for an upstairs as soon as we possibly can. I guess you're technically doable here. Fantastic. Almost made to eat my words, but not quite. I will grab a Ring of Flight. Not fantastic, but we could end up using that to our advantage if things work out in that regard. Oh, geez Louise. I was actually doing alright for coughing today. 2 days ago was when my sickness was at its worst, But I've, again, been on the up and up. But apparently as soon as I start talking to myself on stream, that's when it immediately begins hitting again. So we'll see how well I can hold out hope over the course of the day. But let's see, an adder at level 2 should technically be doable, but it could get real rough here very quickly. In fact, let's just drink our haste potion, try and get a few extra attacks in. I am lethally poisoned, but if I can kill you, and then if I can explore tiles quickly enough, it's not looking like I can explore tiles quickly enough, unfortunately. Oh, just barely holding on. Okay, there we go. No longer lethally poisoned. Fantastic, just like we drew it up. Oh, never a doubt in my mind. Wonderful. Well, let's get a few extra bits of health here from exploring, and then we will head up one more here just to get us, or get ourselves some extra turns, that is. Bit of extra experience on monsters that we're actually able to fight. Also, just lovely, just fantastic. And then we probably won't worry about going up too much further, and we can explore those floors when we have the Orb of Zot and are on our way out. Inescapable Atlas, it is one of my favorite spellbooks in the entire game. We'll see if we end up using it. It would require a bit of a change in form here. Go for like a sword form unarmed. I guess I'd want to stop training axes now if we did want to go that route. It's actually very tempting to do so. Storm form is pretty dang high level, so it's going to take us a while to get that up and running. And in the meantime, we're going to be in a rough spot to say the least. Oh, geez Louise. I guess I should also just take sips for my drink so I'm not stressing out my sick throat too much. Just tearing up because this run is so beautiful, you know? But okie dokie, let us get exploring here. +6 Ring of Strength, don't mind if I do. I guess I might as well be wearing the Ring of Flight too. There's no real downside to it. So that is fantastic. And yet another adder. At least we have slightly more health this time. Let's give it a shot naturally. And not too shabby whatsoever. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, hard to believe I killed one of you at level 1 without any real problems, and now look at where we are. 1 hit away from death, or I guess 2. So not too shabby, and with 4 AC, should be able to get rid of you. Fantastic. Definitely really showcases the swings of luck and the way that RNG can affect your run right there. Almost pinned that. Let's not do that. Fantastic. Ooh, Ring of Wizardry. Okay, that adds some credence to this idea of switching over to the Inescapable Atlas, so that is fantastic. And maybe I start training that right away here. Bit of spell casting to start off here. And unarmed combat, I guess, is the other way that we'd be going if this is the direction we wish to take in our lives. Have to find a different stairwell down, and there we go. Fantastic. Ooh, a +2 helmet as well. Just lovely. Throw those on and get up to an AC of 8. So that's looking okay, looking alright. I'm not seeing any hint of the Economical Temple here, so we could potentially get moving. War X as well. This is the run where it's throwing everything I could possibly want at me. How about that? Well, let's just head right back downstairs for the time being. Ooh, that's not great. If I could bring just one of you to the stairs, lovely, much better. And we'll keep going. You're right that we do start with magic mapping. The question is, do I want to use that to find the temple or to find a potential timed portal? I guess a lot of time the strat is to find temple, especially since you start out on d5. Hey, maybe I should have gone that route to start out. Alright, and fear is not going to work on you, is it, my friend? Mistakes might have been made. Yeah, okay, confirm that fear does not work on you. And I guess... Dang it. I was hoping some blind reading. We did get teleport, but unfortunately died immediately. I don't know about this Delver start on Meteoran. It seems a bit rough, a bit worse for wear. Could give it one more try, I guess, if we so desire. Just give me a quick moment.